Well, hello everybody. It's time again. That time, the time. Time to shave. Okay. I don't know. When I hit the button on these things and I go, what the heck am I going to say? I don't know. It just all goes bleh, comes out. Anyway, sometimes they're gems, sometimes they're stinkers. But anyway, let's shave, shall we? And what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to use one of my favorites, the Pearl Flexi. Yeah, the Pearl Flexi. I had to look. I've had this one for a while. This is the base that it goes in. And when you buy one, it comes with that automatically. Isn't that nice? This thing is heavy. Looks like a little Christmas bell or something. I'll put that up there. So anyway, we're going to shave with this. This is the two-piece razor where the top just comes right off. And what blade am I going to use? Well, I've been trying one out this week, and I'm not ready to completely 100% talk about it yet, but here it is, My Blades Platinum. This is a Kickstarter program for a bunch of razor blades that are 80% recycled. See that? So if recycling is something that's important to you, or reuse and recycle all that jazz, this might be the place for you. My Blades. So I'm going to try these, and like I said, I want to try them out for a while before I give you a real good review of how they work for me. But it's a Kickstarter right now, so it's just in the funding process, and they sent these to me to try out, so I'm going to try them out for a bit longer. But we will shave with one today. Here's the little tuck that you get. And each one has a little saying on it. See that? It has a little saying, kind of like it's like a fortune cookie. It's like a shaving fortune cookie. A little daily affirmation in the morning if you need it. Yeah, I like this one. I agree with this one. Less is more. That one's good. I like that one. I agree. Less is more. There was a great quote from Mr. Rogers. Do you know who Mr. Rogers is if you're not from the States? Let me see. I actually got my thing. Here we go. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, children's television here in the United States. Here's his quote. Quote, deep and simple is far more essential than shallow and complex. Less is more, folks. Less is more. All right, let's shave with this. And one of the things they say about this, and let me get back to the shout outs because that's what I have this here for. Okay. Yeah, you get lost in technology sometimes. Okay, so with the My Blades people, they like to... it's my-blades.com. You won't be able to see it on there, but my-blades.com. Their Kickstarter. So I will talk about this more later, but they don't put any wax in their packaging, so you don't have to worry about that. So you can recycle the paper even, because I know sometimes if you get food or something, I don't know. Anyway, if recycling is important to you, maybe you should try this out. I'm trying it out right now. Let's put this blade right on the head of the two-piece Pearl Flexi. And the reason why I'm using the Flexi, and this is one of my favorites, hold down the top, lift up, and screw in the bottom, and then it should engage beautifully. All right, I have this set on at 2, because last time I think I used a brand new feather blade, and this thing's pretty aggressive. So I'm going to put it on 3, because I think what I've noticed with the My Blades, they're slightly not as aggressive, not as super sharp. So I'm going to put it on a 3. Try that out. We're going to lather up Taylor of Old Bond Street, Tobacco Leaf. I didn't make it to Taylor of Old Bond Street when I was over there. Everyone was saying, you have to go, you go. There were people lining up, pounding on my door. Go to Taylor of Old Bond Street. Well, I didn't. I didn't go because I already got one right here. No, next time. We were just there for 3 nights in London, so I didn't have time, unfortunately, to do all that stuff. Ooh, tobacco. It doesn't smell like, to me, like cigarettes or tobacco. Maybe fresh tobacco leaves smell like this. I don't know. So we're going to use my, which one is this? Oh, this is the Phoenix Shaving, the Solar Flare. Synthetic. I like that. I took a shower, did my hair, by the way, and let's lather this sucker up. See how it does. Try out the My Blade. Less is more. Fred Rogers type quote. Put some hot water. I was a lazy boy yesterday. I just did the electric razor just to get it out of the way, Recycling. Less is more. All right, here we go. Let's get the old Pearl Flexi. And the reason why I'm using this is because they sent me this one, which I also haven't used yet. See what it says there? Open comb. So there's one of these in there, but it's open comb. Yeah, we're going to be doing that sometime soon. It's just like one of those terrible teasing things that you see on TV. I apologize, but I just haven't used them yet. Still getting back into the swing of things here, folks. You see, summertime, it's hot. It's too hot. Too hot to go outside. It's too hot to swim even. Some of the pools here in Texas by the time August rolls around, you jump into the water, you can't even feel it. It's like 98 degrees in there. It's like you start sweating. I know. That was one thing I loved about Salzburg, was all the fresh water drinking fountains just out in the public squares that have obviously been there for hundreds of years and still put out the coldest, cleanest, freshest drinking water. Just drink it right from the tap, man. That's what I wish I had in the swimming pools here. Now, we do have a natural spring-fed pool called Barton Springs Pool, which is a very special place to our city. People they found evidence of, Native American campsites going all the way back to, 9,000 years ago. So that's really cool. And it is spring-fed. It is beautiful. It looks natural, and there's a part that's, they put concrete in 1923, so that's how long there's been concrete there. But it's a beautiful place. If you're ever in Austin, you must, even in the winter, just go check it out. Just take a look at Barton Springs Pool. Been there forever. It is a welcome respite from the heat. All right, let's put the My Blade in there. We got it on 3. This is the closed comb Pearl Flexi. Ooh, that's smooth. I think that's the right combo right there. Because last time I shaved with this one, like I said, I used a feather blade, which is, widely known or said. I mean, who knows for sure, but everyone says it's the sharpest blade around, right? And I put that in here, and I think I did it on a 4, and it was just too aggressive. But this seems to be like a perfect blend right here. This is a great razor, man. This is a good, really good, great razor. Good? Is it good or is it great? It's really good. It's great. It's both. But yeah, it's not expensive. It's kind of, I preferred it over the Rex Ambassador that someone sent me, the $250 one. I preferred this one over that one. And you don't have to buy the base extra, it just comes with it. Does it come with this one too? Let's take a look. Let's take a look in the open comb. And I'm not going to show you yet. Are we happy? Yeah, we happy. Yeah, there is one in there. Pulp Fiction fans out there? Oh, by the way, that reminds me. If you are a fan of Pulp Fiction or other Quentin Tarantino movies, I went to, when we were at the Munich airport, the night before we flew out, my son got currywurst because he is a nut for currywurst. And my other son and I decided, let's try a German McDonald's. Let's just go. There was a bunch of crazy stuff on that menu, but the thing that I loved the most, they had a Royale with cheese. You ever heard of a Royale with cheese? That's a quarter pounder over in Europe because they ain't got the metric system over there. Or they do have the metric system. They wouldn't know what a quarter pound was. So yes, I actually had a Royale with cheese. I loved it. Just these little simple things. I'm like a 7-year-old, but in a good way. I'm not irresponsible like a 7-year-old, I would hope. Childlike rather than childish. I guess, I don't know. I'm being very careful on my chin for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I got some shout outs, by the way. Some overdue shout outs. A couple of shaving channels, in fact. And the oldest shout out I have today is from, I hope it's pronounced this way, Heiko Shaves, Heiko. I think I asked you a while back, but it's been a long time and I apologize. Heiko Shaves. I'll put a link down below in the description box and you can go check out that shaving channel. I'm always looking forward to promoting and, just making other people aware of other things that they can watch because you might like them better than me. You never know. And that's totally fine. Watch what you want to watch. Use what you want to use. And all those old things I always say. Hey, I need some Sinatra Lennon sayings on these, Took a shower, did my hair. So I don't know if My Blades, if you make the Kickstarter happen, get that 80% recycled blade. This blade's doing well, by the way. I like the fact that it doesn't have that little wax. It's a very minor thing, but when you're opening up the feathers, they got 2 little dabs of wax, and it's kind of sometimes, it's not hard to get off, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say here. Gosh. All right. Ooh. I shouldn't be doing this in hot water. It is hot outside. When's he ever going to stop complaining about the weather, folks? Second pass. Oh, that's such a smooth, beautiful synthetic brush. If you've never used a synthetic brush, go get yourself one right now. I guarantee you'll never go back. Well, Not a guarantee, but I prefer it. All right. What else we got here? Oh, so get this one. We got Martin. Shout out to Martin. Now, here's the deal with Martin, though. He's from Poland. Okay, got that. He's living in Germany, but he's working in the Netherlands. What, he right on the border there? You just go back and forth? Is that what's happening? So shout out to you, Martin from Poland, living in Germany, working in the Netherlands. All right, let's do a second pass. I'm going to go down to 2.5 because I don't need that much blade anymore. Well, I'm going to go down to 2. I'm going to play it safe today with the Pearl Flexi. I'm wondering if the open comb will be the same, slightly different. I think that the knurling is different on it. We'll see together, won't we? I haven't used it yet. I think I took it out of the box to look at it, but that's been about it. I've been focusing on using these My Blades. Here's the box again. Like I said, it's a Kickstarter campaign. So, yeah, we'll talk about it more later. I'm just trying it out. I want to use it on at least a few different shaves. I used it with the twig thorn, so I snapped it in half, used that. It worked well. It's working better in this one, actually, I think. I think the experience I'm having with this double edge rather than a single edge is better than the snapped in half one. Could be due to the settings, because you can adjust this one. Could be the weight of the razor. This is a very heavy razor, like in a good way heavy, way heavier than the thorn or the twig. I've got like a handful of razors that I just love. The Rockwell 6S, I love this one. The Thorn, Fat Boys, the Grandpa Grungy, all that stuff. Once you get your hands on like 3 really solid razors, everything else is just gravy. If you want it, you can have it. It's there. You don't have to. That's kind of fun though. Trying out something new. But the hard part is you don't know if you're gonna like it. I mean, you could lay out $200, $250 on that Rex Ambassador and just be like, this thing is awful. And I'd say, well, yeah, I preferred this one. And this was like $60, I think. I can't remember. $80? I can't remember. Pearl Shaving, based out of India. So shout out to all my Indian viewers. Got lots of y'all. It's great. People all over the world. Need to go to India sometime and have a meetup. Oh my goodness. Can I go when it's not real hot though? Because I get enough of that here. Tell me what's a good time of year to visit someplace like Mumbai or something. Where should I go? That would be fun. I want to go to Japan too. I want to go check that place out. It looks like a spectacle, man. Okay, there's the second pass. I think I did the right thing going down to a 2. I'm going to go down to a 1. By gum. Look at that. Some reason I like adjusting this one. It seems to be the only one I'm willing to do. Probably because I don't have to unscrew the butterfly top, because it's not a butterfly top. And it's not vintage. So I'm not too worried about it breaking. Like, I don't want to break my, any of my Fat Boys or Grandpa Grungy or anything like that. Okay. Got another shout out, by the way. So this was a very unselfish act. A selfless act, you might say. So Joe D, now I mentioned his name because he's the one that asked for it. Joe D asked for a shout out, but not for himself. He said, I want to shout out some random commenter in one of my videos. So I looked around and I found a random commenter, and that random commenter is Darren Williams in Birmingham, UK. I was trying to pronounce it not American, like Birmingham, like we say over here. Birmingham, UK. Darren Williams, that shout out is to you, for you, from Joe D, who just wanted to shout out a random commenter. So I hope you're watching in Birmingham. Birmingham. We got our own Birmingham over here. That's in Alabama. That's in Alabama. I'm not from Alabama, so I don't know the accent. Can't do the accent. All right. Third pass. I'm feeling a little, this is an aggressive razor. I am feeling the blade after I've shaved those first 2 rounds. So I probably don't need to do a third, but I am glad I went down to a 1. What did I start off on? Did I start off on a 3 or a 2? Terrible old age. That's my excuse. Usually if you forget something, it's just because you didn't pay attention well enough. At least that's what I've found when I forget something. I just didn't really pay that much attention. It's not good. Things you like to change about yourself, you know? I used to be much more of a procrastinator, and then I discovered the joy of getting things done and getting them out of the way, and then you have all this free time to not have to worry about it. Wow, what a simple, elegant thing. Less is more. Less is more. That's going to be the name of this video. Less is more. 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more. It's an old Boot Hill thing, Old West thing. Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44. No less, no more. I don't know if that's real or somebody made it up after the fact, but supposedly that's on some Old West grave somewhere. Sounds like something cooked up in Hollywood in the 50s. Okay. And you could probably do well just having this on a 2 or below. And it's making the My Blades shave like feathers. Those My Blades are doing a good job. Yeah, I'm much preferring them in this double-sided safety razor rather than the single for whatever reason. I need to go back and try it again. See if there's a reason why I felt that way. Probably just the way the razor holds the blade and the weight and the size and everything else having to do with the blade. The razor can, have an enormous impact on your experience, of course, obviously. I'm going to take it out of here and let it dry, and I'll put it in another one. What I might do, I was going to say, put that there, let it dry. I lay it across. I have like all these razors here, like lined up because I'm slightly OCD that way. And normally I just let it dry, but I'm just going to sit it here. I'm going to screw it back together and just let it dry like that. It's no big deal. All right. Cold water, please. I can feel beads of sweat forming on this giant forehead from that giant window above me. All right. Beat the devil out of that brush. Ooh, didn't get all the soap out. There we go. Works just like Bob Ross taught you. Even a shaving brush. I wouldn't do that with an expensive Badger brush, though. Stick with the synthetic. They're cheap. They're great. There you go. What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? All right, cold water. Wipe all of the shaving cream off, especially, don't forget, behind your ears, guys. You don't want to walk around with big old globs of dried shaving cream behind your ears or someplace you just can't see it. Oh, how embarrassing. Terrible. Just terrible. Oh, man, you know what we're going to use today for some aftershave? We're going to use some Captain's Choice 45th Parallel just because I'm in a cherry kind of mood. And I got one more shout out. Now, this is for Chris. Shout out to you, Chris. He's got a shaving channel too called Quick Shave. So I'll put both of those. So we got Heiko Shaves, and then we got Chris who's running Quick Shave. I need to check that out. I haven't checked that one out yet, but as soon as I'm done doing this, ow. Oh, that cherry stings so good. Look at those eyes. Oh my gosh. Anyway, oh, it's good stuff. When that happens, you just kind of want to lay down and, take a little nap. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, folks, but I'm ready for a little nap. That's about the time of day. I never took naps ever when I was a kid. Ever, ever, ever. In fact, when my friends would take naps when I was in college, like, what are you doing? Now I get it. But I'm in my 50s, so I need it. All right. So that's it, folks. So we got the My Blades. There we go, my-blades.com. It's a Kickstarter. Try that out. I'm going to keep using them. We'll talk about it more later. We got the Pearl Flexi Open Comb coming up. Open Comb. And we just use the original Pearl Flexi, which is a fantastic razor. I love this thing. It's so heavy. It feels so good. It looks good. And it's got this cute little base. It's heavy, too. Intruders come in, you just wing the base at them. If that doesn't work, you shave them. I don't know. You figure it out. All right, folks, that's it for today. Lots more coming up soon. Leave a comment if you want a shout out, if you need a shout out, just let me know. Write me at, leave a comment here. I read every single one of them. And you can reach me at sinatralenin@gmail.com. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. See ya.